Now here's an historic building. I've never been in there. I think it was built in 1802. It's hard to read the sign on this side. I know the first part of it says Ballard, but it's hard to read exactly what house that is. Now I'm going to show you parts of this building. This has been turned into a restaurant bar, and I know I had met the people that are opening it up. I haven't been in there, but there's a sign here which I have never seen before. So this formerly was a Eureka Dye Company, and as it says, there was a commercial building, and the history was in 1922 the company sustained heavy losses when a 4-ton elephant named Topsy escaped from the local circus, busted in the building, and hurled large amounts of dye, destroying clothing and expensive equipment. The company sued the circus for $5,000, which of course was a lot of money in 1922. And the building remained in the family till 1942, and then it continued as Eureka Cleaners until 1961. So I had never seen that before. So it used to be a dye company. Amazing. Now this is the First Bank Memorial Water Garden, and it's so relaxing just to hear the water. I never see anybody sitting in here. I'm always surprised at that. Hi, it's Trisha Knitting Lady. It's Tuesday the 20th. I'm taking a walk downtown, and here's the Community Arts Building, the Hannah Block Historic USO building. And I've seen plays there. I've been to a dance there. I've been to art classes there. They have pottery classes there. And now it only opens up on certain days. It's me again. I want to give you a last chance to see this screen. In 2 days it will be gone. I will be sending it back. In fact, hold on a second. Let me just plug this in. I gotta plug in my phone. So, I wanted to clarify something. Okay. Boy, I'm not very organized, am I? Now, the giveaway that I mentioned the other day, I think there was a bit of confusion, and maybe not. I want people to understand it's for the 4 books. It's not just one book. And so, if that's okay, it's the one knitting and the rest are crocheting. And I will be going on to something else in a minute. Like I said, I'm starting to pack and going through things. Some of the stuff I'm not going to give away because it's too expensive to mail. Like I had a really good book that's good if you if you're teaching grammar or writing, because I used to teach that, tutor. I was writing tutor, English writing tutor, and I have a really good book. In fact, the lady that hired me wanted me to give her the book, and I refused. I said, no, I bought the book. You're not getting it. No, thank you, but no thank you. So, today's the 20th. I haven't talked about trivia. I'm going to go through things real quick. April 19th was yesterday. It was the birthday of James Franco. He was born 1978, same year as my son. In fact, he's only, 2 months older than him. And Kate Hudson was born in 1979. And the American Revolution began on April 19th, 1775, with the battles of Lexington and Concord. And a little known fact is Massachusetts-born Deborah Sampson, taller than most men, was one of the few women who saw military combat, was an excellent soldier, used the name of Robert Shirtlift, and she was wounded in the leg by 2 musket balls at the battle in Tarrytown. But she was finally discovered that she wasn't a man, she was a woman. She served 3 years before she was discovered. She was honorably discharged on October 25th, 1783, after a physician discovered she was not a man. Hey, it's pretty good. And today's April 20th. It's the birthday of Ryan O'Neal. Remember him from Love Story? Wasn't he in something else? I'm trying to remember. He was born in 1941. I know he's married to Farrah Fawcett. So, do you know, now this is the depressing fact, there's you're 50 times more likely to be killed by bees than win the lottery. And I like to look at words. The words catawampus, which means askew, awry, or crooked, is from the Scottish word wampus, which means wiggle. And there's another word which describes my brother perfectly, cantankerous. He's been cantankerous his entire life. He's a pain in the neck to deal with. You know, people say, how come he never married? Oh, you want to deal with him? So cantankerous means bad-tempered, argumentative, and uncooperative. It's a combination of 2 languages. Well, what they call 2 languages is original Anglo and then Irish. And on April, and it's funny, I got this catalog in the mail. The Hirschner's, and Hirschner's comes from Wisconsin. I saw this great shawl too. I want to see if I can buy this, or like I need more patterns, right? It's called On Crest of Waves shawl. But I really like the way this shawl looks. And is it, I don't know if it's knitted or what it is. Oh, it's crocheted. That's all right. I could do both. So, on this day, in 1836, the territory of Wisconsin was established by Congress, and it's known for its cheeses, frigid weather, and the Green Bay Packers. And did you know Green Bay, known as the toilet paper capital of the world, because of the prevalence of paper industry in the city. In 1901, the Northern Paper Mills of Green Bay created the first ever sanitary tissue called Northern Tissue. And you know they're around still, Northern Tissue Company. By 1920, it created on a roll. So then we have the toilet paper rolls. Wisconsin is the nation's #1 toilet paper manufacturer, cranking out $13.8 billion in product and employs over 30,000 people. And you know, Wisconsin is known as a dairy state, and margarine was once illegal in Wisconsin because of the dairy industry. My mother would not let margarine come in the house. One time she sent me shopping, I brought back margarine, she had fit. We kept it because how can you return it, really? She made me eat it, though. You bought it, you eat it. No, it reminded her of the war, World War II, so she hated margarine. Now that I'm older, I won't touch margarine either. Give me my butter. And Wisconsin is known as the Badger State, not because of the animals. It has to do with the rush of lead miners in the state during the early 19th century. And what happened is, because of lack of housing, the workers would dig holes to sleep in, just like badgers. So that's how it became the Badger State. It's that interesting, isn't it? And Monroe, Wisconsin is the Swiss cheese capital of the world. Produces 84% of Swiss cheese. I like Swiss cheese. Well, I like cheese. I'm not supposed to eat a lot of it because I get congested from it, but I do like Swiss cheese. And Wisconsin also leads the country in exports of whey, cranberries, ginseng root, and sweet corn. Oh, I love sweet corn. It's home to the first kindergarten, opened in 1856 by Margaret Schurz, S-C-H-U-R-Z. She started a home kindergarten for her daughter and 4 cousins, and then she let more children in. The actual house has been turned into a museum. So Wisconsin is one of the 5 states I haven't been to, so I have to get to Wisconsin. Of course, I should go when it's warmer weather. And thinking of tomorrow, now, I'm reading this for a reason. So tomorrow's the 21st, and the theme is improving ourselves. There's only one corner of the universe you can be certain of improving, and that's your own self. And that's by Aldous Huxley. I never say his first name right. We've got all kinds of ideas how the world could be better, and we're usually more than happy to share them with anyone who wants to listen, and even those who don't. How the government ought to be run. Well, I wish they'd take some advice from me. How local merchants ought to operate their businesses. How our best friends ought to lead their lives. No, I don't tell anybody how to lead their life. That's me personally. You know, I have enough trouble leading my own life. If we applied these ideas to our own lives, not only might we improve ourselves, but we might also realize that we don't have as many answers as we think we do. I don't think I have many answers at all, to be honest with you. My ideas are good ones, but there's no reason anyone else should listen to them. They have their own ideas about how things should be done, and I can respect this. So, improving ourselves. So, that led me to my next giveaway. And I know the 4 books, I'll be drawing that on Friday. I'm trying to think when I should do this one. Maybe, let me see, it's Tuesday, Sunday. That will be drawn. I'll have the drawing on Friday for the 4 books. Now this will be done on Sunday. Now, me and my big ideas think I'm going to do all this stuff, when in reality, I'm not. I have a lot of friends who are quilters. They're excellent quilters. So I bought a book, Quilting for Dummies. Have I ever touched it? No. Do I really think I'm going to make quilts? Not really. I think when I really start sewing again, it's just going to go back to clothes. So it's this book. And this is a lovely book. I bought it because I thought I was going to do quilting too. And you could also do clothing, but I'm not going to use it. It's called Fantastic Fabric Folding, and has all these unique ways of folding the fabric and sewing it. Let me show you a good example. Like they have this folding right here. So I know there's people out there that do a lot of sewing and quilting, and they might really use this. I'm not going to use it. Like I said, I haven't even been sewing lately, and I think I'll just stick to clothes. I'm not going to be doing quilting. So these two books, I will draw on Sunday. So just let me know if you'd like to be in that drawing. And the rules are you have to be over 18. You have to subscribe to my channel. I'd like you to share it. It's only going to be for residents of the continental United States because the shipping is ridiculous. I mailed out those other books or the magazines on the drawing magazines the other day, and I'm not going to tell you how much they cost in shipping. So I'm sorry I can't afford it. You know, I'm going to try to have as many drawings as I can, but I can only keep it within the continental United States until I start bringing in a lot of people. Maybe if I ever get to monetize, that would be fun. But I'm working on that. I'm trying to think. What else? And that's about it. Over 18, within the continental United States. Have to be a subscriber. Please share. And I always like to know why people want the books or want one of my giveaways. That's about it, I think. Oh, and I have good news. I've been working on this sweater for a while. It's, I just really had to finish the sleeves. It's really, you can't see. I think it's gonna be a little big. In fact, next, I'm gonna make it again, but with smaller needles. But I'm working on the sleeves, finally. So maybe by next week I'll have it finished and I can show you. And I'm still, that's knitting. I'm still crocheting my blanket. And work is coming to an end, thank goodness. I was told my final numbers and my bonus. So that's extra money. That's about it. So I hope everybody's doing well. And I will see you soon. Bye.